Good evening and welcome to Just Event Online News at 9. I am Anifat Ismail. The news headlines. Federal government threatens to blacklist non-performing contractors. NAS shift resumption to May 6. Senate leader warns against divisive politics. Engineer Lukman Razak installed as Otumba Bobani of Agmoda land. JTI Humanitarian Foundation, IDA, held special prayers for late Senator Rafiu Ibrahim. MPA unveils roadmap for 24-hour nationwide maritime operations. Narcon says 2025 hours to make Nigeria proud. Retirees with unpaid loans may lose property, federal government says. Now the news in details. The Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Ahmed Dangiwa, has urged developers and renewed hope housing projects nationwide to ensure timely delivery and strict adherence to quality standards. In a statement by the Housing Ministry Director, Press and Public Relations, Salisu Aiba, the minister warned of blacklisting non-performing contractors and demolition of substandard work. The National Assembly has postponed resumption of plenary session for both senators and members of the other representatives by 1 week. The two houses of National Assembly will now resume on Tuesday, May 6, 2025. Instead of the earlier scheduled date of Tuesday, April 29. Clerk of the National Assembly, Kamaru Ogunlana, explained that the extension was to allow senators and members of the other representatives to participate in the Workers' Day ceremony and attend to other engagements in their constituencies. The leader of the Senate, Okoyemi Bamidele, has called on political leaders and citizens alike to reflect on the virtues of Jesus Christ during Easter and emulate his example of justice, love, and redemption. Bamidele urged leaders to shun divisive politics and narratives that could exacerbate the country's challenges. In a colorful traditional ceremony held on Saturday, the Alapa of Agmoda land in Irakwado local government area of Kwara State officially installed engineer Balogun Lukman Razak as Otumba Bobani of Agmoda land. The event, which drew dignitaries and elites from within and outside the community, underscored the deep cultural heritage of the land. The Alapa of Agmoda, His Royal Highness Oba Titiloye Ilufemiloye, praised Engineer Lukman's consistent contributions to the growth and development of the land and its environs. Also present at the occasion is Olugbo of Ajashekbo, Oba Barrister Ismail Atoloye, who offered prayers for the new chief, asking for divine blessings, protection, and long life to enable him continue serving humanity. Speaking with Just Event Online TV, Engineer Lukman expressed gratitude to the monarch and people of Agmoda land for the honor. He also acknowledged Bale of the land for recommending him for the prestigious title. Engineer Lukman therefore appreciated his family, friends, and associates who traveled from near and far to witness and support his installation. In honor of the one-year remembrance of late Senator Rafiu Ibrahim, the JTI Humanitarian Foundation, in collaboration with the Ilorin Emirate Youth Development Association, organized a special prayer session on Sunday, drawing family members, friends, and well-wishers to reflect on the life and legacy of the late lawmaker. The prayer, held at Old Sefer Mosque in Edun, Ilorin, was attended by members of the Council of Ulama and other dignitaries. The special prayers were offered for the repose of the late senator's soul, asking God Almighty to forgive his shortcomings and grant him Al-Jannah Firdaus. Senator Rafi Ibrahim was remembered fondly for his philanthropy, grassroots development efforts, and commitment to community empowerment. Speakers at the event described him as a man who left a lasting impact on many lives through his generosity and services. Mr. Akim, Senior Administrative Officer of the JTI Humanitarian Foundation, commended IDA for their continued dedication to community development and youth engagement. The event brought together a cross-section of the community, reinforcing the enduring legacy of Senator Ibrahim's life of service and compassion. Determined to reposition the nation's port as a globally competitive logistics hub, the Nigerian Ports Authority has unveiled a series of strategic steps aimed at consolidating and expanding operations, including entrenching a 24-hour operations across all port locations in the country. The move, which aligns with global standards, is expected to significantly improve cargo turnaround time, reduce vessel delays, and cut down logistics costs, ultimately boosting the country's trade competitiveness. The chairman of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, Professor Saleh Osman, has assured President Bola Tinubu and Vice President Kashim Shettima that the 2025 Hajj pilgrimage will be one of the best the country can be proud of. This was stated as a commended them for their belief in him and their efforts in ensuring a hitch-free 2025 Hajj. Civil servants who retired without settling loans they obtained from the federal government staff housing loan board or any licensed cooperative society may have their properties seized. This is according to a memo issued by Parent Secretary of the Career Welfare Office, Patience Oyekunle. The memo reminds civil servants near retirement of the need to comply with the relevant provisions of the public service rules. And that will be all on Just Events Online News at 9. Here is the recap of the story. Federal government threatens to blacklist non-performing contractors. NAS shifts resumption to May 6. Senate leader warns against divisive politics. Engineer Lukman Razak installed as Otumba Gobadi of Agboda land. JTI Humanitarian Foundation, IDA holds special prayer for late Senator Rafiu Ibrahim. MPA unveils roadmap for 24-hour nationwide maritime operations. NACO says 2025 Hajj will make Nigeria proud. Retirees with unpaid loans may lose property, federal government says. Thank you for watching Just Events Online News. Be good to people around you and make a good relationship for a better future. For more news, Visit www.justeventsonline.com and to read more updates. Follow us on our social media platforms with a tab at Just Events Online. You can also send us an email on justeventsonline@gmail.com. I'm Anifat Ismail. Good night.